So welcome to Hitch API Chat. Thanks for joining us once again. We've had a lot of other content in the last few weeks. We've been speaking to Nico from 3Scale and our partnership there, where you can get your API system up and running very quickly. We've also spoken to Findify and one of our partners and how they're really helping search via APIs for e-commerce companies. And also some other great content from Fran, who you spoke to last week, around what we're thinking around async APIs, and would love further feedback if you have it around that area. But we want to give sort of a market update. Bruno and I, obviously, we're obsessed with APIs, and we spend a lot of time trying to understand the market and learn what's happening. And there's been a few big movements the last few weeks, Bruno.
Yeah.
So I guess the big one is Mashape. So Mashape have a whole range of products. They've experimented a lot. And they've just raised 18 million USD with some big, serious investors.
Yeah.
Why have they raised that money now? What is the investor you think has seen in their products?
So I see, Mashape. Mashape has a range of different features. Their offering is pretty wide, or was, let's say, until these investments. And what I see happening is that they were focusing a lot in the past in their API directory, so helping people discover new APIs. They also had a step here and there in a few other directions, and one of those, let's say, experiments at the time that they began with was Kong, their open source API gateway. So this investment is, I would say, 99% focused on Kong, the API gateway. So this is more or less, in my opinion, them going again more in the direction of API management and not so much in the API community discovery type of products. So that doesn't mean that they will abandon their API directory, in my opinion, but they will have to focus more on the API gateway.
So basically, they've experimented, other products are working well, but Kong is the one that really came through.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Okay, makes sense. So well, congrats to the Mashape team. It's a big achievement for API companies right now. They've all been acquired, and they're the group coming through. So well done to the Mashape team. We look forward to seeing what they have coming through. On another topic, some more announcements this week from Twitter. So Twitter have obviously had a variable relationship with developers over the past 6-7 years. And obviously they're trying to make some more efforts to have better developer relations. Obviously we work closely with them as well. We work really closely in keeping their developer community informed of changes via the API changelog functionality. They've announced two things. One is they've shown their planning of what's happening with their APIs in general. What do you think about that first component? What are they trying to achieve by showing that Trello board?
Yeah, that's a great move, especially by a company like Twitter, like a big company like Twitter. Twitter, over the years, they've been on and off in their relationship with developers, I would say. So they started, in the very beginning. They started with a really, really strong relationship with developers. Like the whole Twitter ecosystem was built, from pure free will of developers from all around the world to build apps on top of their APIs. But then, at some point in time, they stopped, this relationship, and they closed themselves more and more. Until I would say more or less now, so at this point in time. And I see this move as a bold move from their side, because by opening what they're doing to the whole world, they will also have to expect a lot of feedback. Not only expect feedback, but in my opinion, they would have to answer to that feedback. So to come up with, if people ask them, why are you going in this direction and not implementing this or that, now that they are exposed, they should reply to that, and they should be open about it as well. So if they don't go the whole way, I think they will not be able to regain the full developer trust as they had before.
But basically they've done an investment in being very public, and hopefully they can follow through on that piece.
Yeah.
But the other interesting thing was the direct messaging API that we've heard about for a little while. They've made it public. Obviously, the use case that they've been talking about recently is it's around support, and the United Airlines app or widget is the most popular one right now. What are they doing with this API, with this direct messaging API? Where do you see it going?
Yeah. So in specifically talking about the new features. So this is a DM direct message, let's say a new way of interacting with direct messages that let you add media and provide pre-built answers that users can choose from. This is like in the feature side, so it lets you create a whole new experience around direct messages. So basically helping companies that want to offer good customer relationship and support, a better tool and a better user interface to engage with their users. What I believe they're actually trying to do or trying to validate at this point in time is basically Twitter wants to be a chat platform in the same way that Slack is a chat platform, or in the same way that Facebook has Facebook Messenger. But Twitter is the natural chat platform because it started, as we all know, with SMS text messages. So it actually started from another very popular chat platform at the time, and I think they're trying to capitalize on that original idea they had and on that initial product, and come back with new features that make sense at this moment in time nowadays.
Okay, makes sense. But yeah, so they're trying to take Twitter and sort of commercialize some of these interactions in a more scalable way for customer success, customer support, all these components, right?
Make it more easy to digest, let's say. In a better package that can help companies engage with customers in a better way.
Okay, well, that makes sense. So there's really interesting stuff happening in the API market still. Congrats to Mashape again. Twitter, it's really exciting what these guys are working on. I'm sure there'll be much more information out there in the market soon as they get more use cases out and samples. But thank you for joining us once again. This is APIchat. We've got a fair few now. We're almost into double digits. I think we're over 10 now. So keep joining us. Thank you for your time, and send in your requests for content through to us. We look forward to seeing you again soon. So thank you.